Hey everybody, hey everybody, hey everybody. We are live on YouTube, we're live on Periscope, and we're live on Twitch, Twitch, and we're also recording on Anchor. Hello Diacritical, this was your idea. This live stream was your idea. So if it goes wrong, it's your fault. If this is a bad live stream, it's gonna be all Diacritical's fault. Hey Felix. Hey peeps. Good evening. Good evening, Felix. I'm thinking of traveling to the UK. Should I do it or should I not do it? Should I travel to the UK this fall? I mean, it's not even that I want to go to the UK, it's just that I want to leave DC because, like, I don't want to stay here constantly, like, non-stop. I want to, like, be here and go out, in and out a lot. I want to just keep traveling. Like, I made a rule for myself that I'm not going to stay in the same place for more than a month. And that includes DC. I'm not going to stay in more than one place. I'm not going to stay in one place for more than a month. And so, like, each month I'm going to go to a different place. Whether or not it's, like a vacation or it's, like, I don't know, like, something for school or whatever. Like, January, I'm going to Peru. I'm so excited. I'm going to take a class there. And it's basically like a business class. I'm so excited. I'm trying to read your comments while I'm talking because you guys are commenting so quickly, and you guys are commenting so quickly. I'm trying to keep up. Stop commenting so quickly. Can't keep up. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for Peru, so basically that, and then I also want to go to Tennessee and visit Adam Trahan, and Rosemary. Rosemary's in Tennessee, and got some other friends there in Tennessee, and just like, it's just sounds like a party city. It just sounds like everyone's high all the time and going crazy. So I want to go to Nashville, and also I hear that it's like totally my speed. Like, I hear so much about Nashville that makes me really, really, really want to be there and even consider possibly moving there at some point. And then Felix asks if Peru has llamas or alpacas. Yeah, they do. Apparently they do, and they've got like, I don't know, all kinds of animals. Go to Machu Picchu, and I'm gonna do ayahuasca, which is something I only recently heard about, but it sounds so cool. It sounds like so weird. I'm not gonna talk about Britney Spears tonight. No Britney Spears tonight. Nashville sounds like fun, and maybe eventually I'll go to Charleston. I still have a video for you guys about me going to Charleston. It's kind of like a funny, weird video, but I think you'll like it. Me going to Charleston, visiting Daniel. And then I have a period of time in November where I don't have anywhere to go in November, so I'm like thinking about a place to go to, and obviously, like, it would be within my budget, but yeah, if you have any ideas. Seattle or Cuba. Yeah, Cuba sounds like a good idea because it's like the tickets there are cheap from where I am, and it sounds cool. Like, it sounds like different. It really does sound different. It would be like another Latin country, though. How many Latin countries can I go in one time? I also want to go to Africa at some point. I want to go and like go to like some African country that nobody ever goes to. Like, I don't know, like Zimbabwe. Who goes to Zimbabwe? Nobody I know goes there. I want to go to Zimbabwe. Random African country. Random African country. There is literally there is a random African country flag generator. Mauritania. Like, what's Mauritania? Or Benin? Benin is a country in Africa that nobody's ever heard of. And go on a safari. Go on a beach. Go on a beach in Crete. Crete. How do you pronounce it? Crete country. Oh, Greece's largest island. Yes, I knew that. I did a paper in Greece like in high school, and it's like, yeah. So, Exxon is asking if I saw the professor guy again today. Okay, so I did, actually. So, it was at Starbucks, okay? So anyway, I was in Starbucks like 3 days in a row. I was at the same Starbucks, okay? Just because I had like a bunch of things to do in that area. And so I was in the same Starbucks 3 days in a row. All 3 days I saw this guy who's like a professor, like a visiting professor from like Latin country. I don't remember. And he was like sitting there, and like the first 2 times, like we kept like making eye contact, and like it was kind of weird, but we just like left. We like make eye contact and then leave, and it was kind of awkward. But then the second time, like at the end of it, I was like, screw this. I just like went over to him and I was like, hi, my name is Pardes, and like, what's your name? And we just like exchanged names, and I was like, okay, like I'll be back tomorrow at this time. And so he's like, okay. And he's like, yeah, I'll be there. And I was like, yeah, I'll be there too. And so then I go home and everything's fine. And then last night I got so sick. Like throughout the whole night I was just sick and like puking, and everything was so bad until finally like really, really, really late, like almost the morning. I fall asleep, and of course I sleep through my alarm. And I sleep through my alarm, and of course I miss it. After like all that suspense, I miss the meeting with this like hot professor guy, okay? And anyway, so I'm just like totally bummed. Go about my day, whatever. I'm with my friend Steph. I'm with Steph. You guys know Steph. And so I'm with Steph. And no, I'm not pregnant, okay? I had just stomach pains that were bad enough that it was making me puke. And so I'm with Steph. And we go to the same Starbucks, okay? I had a feeling he might be there because, like, I don't know, for some reason, why would you, anyway, Steph is cute. Yes, she is very cute. And so we're there, okay? And then I see him again, and I was like, oh my gosh. I go up to him and I was like, it wasn't on purpose. I didn't ditch you on purpose and whatever. And I got his number, and he got my number, and then we lived happily ever after. So that's basically what happened. Felix says this sounding like a cringe rom-com. Yeah. Except with a like a Spanish accent. Like a cringe rom-com. Diacritical said, you could be also, where were you? I finally left, but you took the class. You know what? I should have done that. I should have been like, why were you so late? I was there, and you weren't there, so I left. But he seemed like the type that would be there early. So, I don't know. So we'll see. We're gonna hang out tomorrow. Anyway, so yeah, the job hopping thing. Okay, so you're asking if I'm officially dating this guy that I just met. He doesn't live here. He's just visiting. He's just like a visiting whatever. And I probably won't see this guy again. But it's just, a lot of people travel through DC, and that's the thing about DC, where it's actually kind of hard. It's really hard to have, it's really hard. It's, no matter how amazing people are, it's so hard to find like real relationships in DC, just because it's such a transient city and people are coming and going, and no one is actually coming to DC to find like their soulmate, or like find even like dates. Like they come here literally just for work and then they leave. And so everything is so temporary, and it's like, it's very unlikely that you meet people in DC, and people do it. It's really people do, but thank you, Hamid. Hamid is clarifying that I'm not a socialist. Very, very opposite. Network guy says he met his wife in an AOL chat room. That is awesome. I like it. Yeah, see, if I end up with this guy, I can say that I met my husband in Starbucks. This is actually not the first person I met in Starbucks. It's like the second person I met in Starbucks. Just saying. Starbucks is like my lucky charm. It's also like gross. Like the bathrooms are gross because they're not allowed to like reject. Like I was waiting for the bathroom today. The bathroom was the longest. I mean, I actually didn't even get to see the person come out because I'm pretty sure someone was in there getting high. It just took forever. It was like, it's like a million people are waiting in line in the bathroom, and there's some random, like, I don't know, like, homeless person or whatever. And, like, I feel for people who are homeless in DC, because the city got so gentrified so quickly, and all these people are suddenly, like, not able to sustain that kind of lifestyle. But it's like, dude, Starbucks is a business. And they basically have turned it into a homeless shelter. It really is like a homeless shelter, like, because they don't kick people out, so anyone can go there and like bring their blankets and stuff and sleep on the floor and go sleep upstairs and whatever. Yeah. I like Steph. Steph is really fun to hang out with. And it's been a while since Steph came on this live stream. We were talking about it. Steph needs to come back on. It's been a while. It's been a while since she's been back on. And so she's gonna come. We're gonna have her on. Maybe even, I don't know about tomorrow night, but next week definitely. I'm messaging her right now and saying that she needs to come on this live stream. The people. All right. Hamid says Starbucks is where it's at. Good on you. Not sure how you're doing it, but you look dashing today. Thank you. All right. Good night. Wow, 6:21 a.m. in Stockholm, and you still haven't slept? What time do you have to go to work? Or do you have like a set time that you go to work? And also, damn, I need to do, like, early live streams. Like, just for Hamid's sake. Should I do, like, what time should I do my live stream? Should I do my live streams at 5 p.m.? I could do my live streams at 5 p.m. In fact, I could do my live streams at 5 p.m. and then, like, or if you guys want me to do live streams at 5 p.m., I can do them at 5 p.m. I could even do 4 p.m. because it's, like, winter, you know, the days are shorter, so people aren't staying up until, like, 2 in the morning. I can do, and so all the people in Sweden can watch my live stream. Okay, I'm gonna change the live streams. We're gonna do live streams really early. Felix and Hamid are burning the midnight oil. Yeah, like... It's midnight. It's 20 past midnight in Washington, D.C. in the East Coast. No, you know, like, it's so weird because my live streams actually do really well when I do them late, but I don't know. Like, they actually do well when I do them late, and it's like, are all my viewers insomniacs? All my viewers are just, like, non-sleepers? You don't sleep. You're just like, whatever I do, I'm not gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna get, you know, I'm gonna, like, do coke now. Do not take a soundbite from that. I have never done coke. I don't plan on doing coke, okay? Don't take a soundbite. Alright. Okay, guys. Diacritical says we need an official Pardes live drinking game. That is actually what we're gonna do with Adam Trahan, because my goal is to get him very drunk on a live stream, because I'm gonna be in Nashville, and so he lives there. It's gonna be good. Okay, guys. All right, let's go to our topic. Let's go to our topic. Okay, what are we gonna talk about? Well, this is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about job hopping. That was Diacritical's idea. Job hopping. Why do millennials keep job hopping? Basically jumping from one job to another in short periods of time. This is definitely something that I've been doing my whole career. Having one job, jumping to another job in the next few months, and then spending, the next few months in that job, and then jumping to another job, and then a few months later another job, and whatever. And it's like, it's not even like I can't find a job. It's actually, the jobs are there. There's all kinds of jobs. It's actually great jobs. But jumping from one to another constantly, it's like so unstable. And maybe that's part of it is like, okay, I'm like that, but part of it is this is also a millennial thing. Why are millennials like that? I know so many people who are like that. It's like every time I talk to them, they're on a different job. Every time I talk to them, they're working at a different company or a different firm or whatever. And one person is saying, I'm in IT for almost 20 years. Yeah, like older generations, you talk to them and they're just like, yeah, this is my job, like, and I've had this job for the past decade, and this is, like, what I do. Why would I need to, like, jump to another job? This is great. But, yeah, it's like, I haven't really had that. And I don't, a lot of my friends don't have that. Hamid says, I used to job hop when I hated my boss or work environment. Now I've been at the same job for 3.5 years, which is miraculous. And yeah, I'm in IT as well. That's great to hear. Proud of you. Now I sound really like your parent or condescending. I'm proud for you. I'm happy for you. That's great. That's an accomplishment. My longest job that I was ever at was like, actually I was at a job for long. I'll tell you about it. Oops. Jorge has had the same job for 4 years. 4 years now. That's great. Okay. One person. All right. So I can't even count in just the past 3 years. I mean, I won't even try to count before that because I had so many jobs. So, like, just think of any crazy job I probably had that doesn't require like a certificate or anything like that. Okay, I had so many different kinds of jobs. In just the past 3 years, I've had like 13 or 14 full-time jobs. I'm not even talking about like side gigs. I'm talking about like full-time jobs, okay? And I won't even tell you what all of them are. Okay? Okay, so why do millennials keep quitting their day jobs? Sometimes they quit, sometimes we quit. I mean, for example, for me, for instance, I decided to make this my full-time job, to make making videos my full-time job. And even though I'm still an amateur and it's just like Pardes, you're not making enough on YouTube or making enough on this or that to have a full-time job out of it. You're not, Pardes, you're not like, what are you doing? That's like crazy. You're not making money from doing videos. And the truth is, first of all, I am. Very little, but it's a start. And actually I also do like, I basically, it's not just videos. I also do like stuff on the side, PR work on the side that gets me through the month. So it's not like I'm totally dependent on this, but this is my full-time thing that I'm focusing on. But also, this is what I want to do, so why not start doing it now? I've saved up enough, I've saved up enough for this purpose so that I can do this. And I know that it's gonna be good. And I'm excited. Alright, so you're asking what I'm reading. One person says, I'll give you the best advice you'll ever get. Lie and say that you have a job offer for better pay. They'll give you half the raise you ask for, so you will stay. Yeah, like, I do not like working for other people. I'd rather get paid, I'd rather have like tiny fraction of what I'm getting paid if it means that I will have my freedom. And I really like it, and each time it's like, okay, this other job offer comes up and it's like, oh, well, this seems really nice, it's really, it's prestigious, and it's this and that, and the boss is incredibly nice, and the people are nice, or like, it's just really prestigious, or it pays well, or can get you experience in this thing or that thing. And it's like, each time it's another thing, but ultimately I don't want to work for anybody. I only want to work for my viewers, because that's the only thing that I care about right now. And for a while that I've cared about, but I just didn't wasn't brave enough to jump into. Those are the only people I want to be my boss, is you guys, the people who watch my videos. Because that's the most important thing to me right now. It's like, I just want to make people happy, I want to connect with other people, and if I can minimally support myself while doing it, that's amazing. Yeah, and life is short, so why not? Millennials are quitting their day jobs at a very high rate. In fact, let me get you some statistics. Okay. Let me give you some statistics. Okay. Millennials are said to be the most entrepreneurial generation, most likely to quit our day jobs and hustle. All right. According to a Gallup poll, 60% of millennials would quit their day jobs right now if you offer them a ticket out. Okay? So if I were to give millennials right now a clear plan how to leave your day job and become a hustler, they would do it. If I wrote a book right now on how to do what I did and be successful at it, I wouldn't do it right now. I would wait a little while until I've proven it, so you would believe it, and you're not just believing me off of like a tiny time span where it's not really that, I would wait for a while, prove that I'm able to prove that it works, that you can do it. You can leave your 9-to-5 job and support yourself based on hustling, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm getting paid to do little jobs all over, not just making videos. I did a sponsored video last week, Monday, the video Monday. And so if I can prove to people that they can do it, 60% of millennials would literally get up, leave their 9-to-5 jobs. Doesn't matter how great their 9-to-5 jobs are. They would leave it, because millennials are an entrepreneurial generation. And guess what? Gen Z is even worse. Gen Z is actually the most entrepreneurial, even more than millennials. All right. Gen Z is even more entrepreneurial than millennials. The only reason that we don't talk about Gen Z, about how they're, like, if you think my job hopping is crazy, wait till you see Gen Z. I mean, Gen Z won't even step in the workforce. Gen Z is not even gonna, like, they won't even step in. If they do, like, I actually know a lot of Gen Zers, and it is so different for them. They are not, that was a mosquito. Shit! These kids, they're kids because they're up to like age 20, 23, 24, right? Yeah. So anyways, millennial Gen Zers are even less likely to stick around at their jobs, at 9-to-5 jobs, and they're even less likely to even step into it because of these 3 reasons that I'm about to tell you. I have so many friends like this, where, like, and the older generations are always mocking them, and, like, and also mocking millennials, like, you're so lazy, you can't stay at a job, you can't this, you can't that, we all had to work hard and be at our 9-to-5 jobs, why can't you? And you're just, what are you gonna do if you don't stay at a 9-to-5 job? What other thing are you gonna do? Well, there's a lot that we can do, but because we are the internet generation, we understand it. They don't fully understand it. They don't fully, to them, not having a standard, like, office job where you go from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., sit in a cold office, stare at the wall at your computer screen, sit hunched over in front of your laptop. That's, like, the only way to make money. Hamid is the best. Hamid is best. This is why I want to do my live streams at 5 p.m. because of Hamid, but he says that he doesn't want me to do it for him. He doesn't want me to change it. Okay, this is not an ASMR stream. I'm just talking a little lower because I have roommates now and they're so nice and I don't want to disturb them. Okay. Alright, so here Here are... Also, like, it's really hard to be motivated in an office job. I'm just like, I finish my work, like, you're being paid for time, right? So it's like the least productive idea ever. So I'm being paid like X amount for a week or X amount for a day. And I come in the office, I get all my work done in the first 2 hours, okay? And then the rest of the day I don't have anything to do and I'm just like sitting there. I'm getting paid to like just sit around and do nothing. And so then I'll walk around, I'll get bored, I'll get like, I'll start pacing, I'll keep going to the bathroom. And I just think to myself, but like also I don't necessarily want them to give me more work because it's like, well, I'm going to get paid either way. But I do want them to give me work because I'm bored, but it's like, wouldn't it be way more efficient if employers were like, I'll pay you per job. The harder you work, the more I'll pay you. The more you get done, the more I'll pay you, right? Wouldn't it be great if that's how everything worked? I mean, wouldn't things be way more efficient? But it's not like that. And I don't understand why people do it. Why would you pay like an employee like an insane amount of money to do something that you can outsource? You can really outsource a lot of work and get a lot more for your buck. You don't need to hire someone to babysit. Okay? So here is why millennials are more prone to job hopping. Okay? All right. The first one, Jay. I got you, Jay. Jay, you're good. Okay. The first one, travel and technology. Okay. I wrote about this before, by the way. Okay. This is what I wrote. Boomers like to call millennials lazy and entitled. Sorry, boomers. Sorry, boomers. People. Older generations like to call millennials lazy and entitled for not wanting to stick it out at our day jobs. But they have no idea how wrong they are. Technology has advanced at an exponential rate during the past couple of decades, and the corporate world is barely keeping up. Millennials are more adept at the latest technologies than any generation before us. They know more about the work we're doing at our 9-to-5 office jobs. We know that most of the work we can be doing at our 9-to-5 office jobs, we can be doing from home or from anywhere else in the world, okay? We don't need to be at the office and just sitting there just to be babysat all day, okay? You can do it from anywhere in the world, from our laptops, in just a few hours instead of like being there all day doing nothing, okay? We can do it in a few hours and then just go and like clean up our room, okay? Isn't it like a waste of time, right? So we're just like sitting from 8 to 15 hours a day, just sitting in the office, watching time pass. Our lives are fading to dust in a cold office room while knowing we could have done the same work from anywhere in the world on our laptops in just a couple of hours. We didn't have to waste time getting dressed, putting on heels, doing our makeup, doing our hair, all that unnecessary stuff. Why does it say Free Britney on my live stream? This is so weird. Why does it say Free Britney? That's weird. No, this live stream is not called Free Britney. This live stream is not called Free Britney. So freaking weird. This is so strange. it say the name of this live stream is? Does it say what the name of this live stream is? Damn. Why millennials keep job hopping. All right. So strange. Joe Anderson has to work early, 6 a.m. Good night, Joe. Good night, Joe. Thank you. Joe says, everyone remember to like this video. Kevin says, I work from home. It has its pros and cons, but I can travel and do fun things. I can work from anywhere. Freedom, but time management is key. Yeah, that's right. You have to be self-motivated. You have to be self-motivated. Thank you, Kevin. You have to be like really self-motivated, and also like I was reading how, you know, just in general for people who work from home, what's like the best way to like make sure that you don't just fall into this you're not getting up, and sometimes it is good to like get dressed as if you were going somewhere. Or for me, I can't work from home all the time. I have to, at least at some point during the day, I have to leave the house and go and like work at Starbucks or something, okay? Guys, some of your comments get censored. Just want to let you know. Some of your comments, if you're not seeing your comments, it's because some of them are getting censored. It's like YouTube algorithm. If you say anything like that's kind of whatever, you know, like kind of inappropriate or whatever, they'll just censor whatever it is. I think even if you say like shut up, they'll censor it. Like they just censor everything. So have anything that's over G rated, G. Yeah. Like Oliver, you keep getting censored. It's not me. I'm not censoring you. It's a YouTube algorithm. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Alright, so I saw a chart on Zero Hedge about the productivity in the US. Productivity in the US is declining, okay? The corporate world is not adapting to the new world. The world of entrepreneurs and freelancers is competing with the corporate world. These guys are getting paid to do the same work in much, much less time. They can adjust their rates. The corporate world, we're sitting in dark, depressing room, making somebody else rich. Okay? So you're just getting unmotivated, stagnant. It's not like everybody has a 9-to-5 job. It's not like if everybody in the world had a 9-to-5 job and we were all dependent on these office jobs, these conventional office jobs to make money, then things would be different. But now we have it so that some people are able to hustle and make money and be rich on their own time, and some people are still stuck at these 9-to-5 jobs. The people stuck at the 9-to-5 job, millennials especially, like millennials who are in 9-to-5 jobs looking from the inside out, they want out. They get unmotivated in their jobs because they see that other people are doing the same thing in less time and they're just free. All right. Another reason for why millennials keep job hopping: short attention span. All right. Everybody knows that with the rise of quick travel, technology, and efficiency comes shorter attention spans. With every generation, our attention spans become shorter. Millennials have an attention span of 12 seconds according to Forbes. Generation Zers have an attention span of 8 seconds. Imagine forcing Gen Zers to sit at a desk in a stuffy room for 9 hours a day. They would go nuts. New generations are developing, and we need more jobs that fit with our lifestyles and our brains. And that doesn't make us less smart or capable. It just means the office life simply does not fit our short attention spans. Okay? So it's like everybody has ADHD. Like psychiatrists are just like diagnosing everybody with ADHD. Okay? What does that even mean? It's normal. It's normal for our society for people to have shorter attention spans. There's so much more happening. Everything is like digitized. Okay? All right? And the third reason that millennials keep job hopping, okay? More opportunities. Older generations keep warning us about how difficult everything is going to be for us and how we can't succeed in life if we don't force ourselves to tolerate this unpleasant work life. But it doesn't have to be that way, okay? The economy is continuing to grow and more opportunities are arising. There are easier ways for us to find because of how much easier instant communication is in our generation. We don't have to sit at a low-paying job doing work we aren't excited about when another more exciting opportunity is presenting itself. You can find one on LinkedIn, you can find one online, anywhere on the internet. They're just everyone is constantly getting connected with each other at a much faster rate than we ever did, okay? So why would you stay in your one thing if you're seeing all these other opportunities that can be potentially better for you? And so it's not that we keep getting distracted, it's that we keep getting closer faster. We keep getting closer to something that is perfect for us. Whereas in older time, people might not have done that because it's like, how likely are you to find something that's so close to what is a fit, like such a perfect fit? It's just like you take what you get, right? But now it's like you can actually find something that's a very close fit to what you need and what you want, because it's out there, and the way to communicate it, the way to connect to other people is so quick and fast. You can find those people much more easily than you could have earlier. Okay? Okay, so like employers should also appreciate this. Employers should appreciate this attitude. It's getting them the kind of employees who actually want to work for them. Employers should appreciate that millennials are constantly looking for something better, because ultimately you want people who are going to be at the best jobs for them. You want people who value the best kind of workforce, and you want employees who are choosing to be there and aren't there because they have to. Okay? If not for this attitude, nobody would be moving forward. Corporations would stagnate completely, productivity would become zero, everyone would become depressed and want to shoot themselves. Quitting doesn't have to be a bad thing. Okay? I'm actually pretty happy to have left the previous jobs that I had. And in fact, some of them I should have left earlier. I wrote this article while I was still working at Fox. I was a scriptwriter, associate producer on Laura Ingram's show. It was her Fox News show, and I left that job shortly after writing this article, actually. I think it was shortly. No, it wasn't that shortly after. It was a few months later. But I left that job. And that was another, I mean, that job was like, it was good, but it's like I was so bored. Like I would write some scripts, and then the rest of the day I would just like sit around and do nothing. And it wasn't even like, it wasn't necessarily that it wasn't even that my scripts would be used all the time. It's like they weren't even all being used. Sometimes none of my scripts would be used. You know what I mean? Or like and they would be used, but they would like be really heavily edited. So it's like sometimes it would be so edited that it doesn't even look like my scripts. TLH says you can't generalize about a race or gender, but a whole generation is fine. Okay, now you're upset that I'm generalizing about a generation. I'm not generalizing. Be mad at Gallup. Gallup did a poll about asking millennials how likely they are to leave their day jobs. 60% of millennials said they are. 60% of millennials said they want to leave their day jobs. Okay? That's higher than previous generations. Okay? I'm like really, really, really annoyed that this is not showing the title on my stream, on my Periscope. Okay? We're live. We're talking about why millennials keep job hopping. Yeah, it's like, I don't know why it's doing this. So annoyed. I've been trying all day. I've been trying all day to like fix this up with Streamlabs, but since it wasn't working, and I don't know, like Streamlabs maybe isn't as great as we all expected or thought. Maybe just YouTube super chats might be good for now. Cause like I tried to fix it with Streamlabs and it was I don't know. Jay says we keep job hopping because the next job offer is more, or because we hate our boss. Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, bosses in DC aren't so great. Like, they kind of just treat you like, okay, there's gonna be another one. I don't think DC bosses are like the best. My most recent boss is actually amazing, but like he's not a DC boss. He actually lives in Boston. Okay, King Me Big is saying that we should check out his song. Jorge says that you saw that I went live at 10 a.m. on the West Coast. I did go live because I was testing and I accidentally went live for a minute. I was like testing the live stream app, but it didn't work, and instead it just caused me to for my title to not show up, which is so annoying. Why isn't my title showing up? I might do another test tomorrow. Just to double check. Alright. Yeah, like, I mean, there was Fox. The other thing about Fox was that it didn't, like, I could do all this work at home, and it's like, they want you to work, like, they want you to, like, write something that's creative, right? And they want you to do it from behind a desk in an office. And they're always cold. All these offices are so cold. And, like, they don't even want you to, like, leave for a minute to go, and they don't get it. They don't get that you need to see the sun a little bit. You need to, like, walk around and you can't just be creative by sitting in a desk. You can't just, like, pump things out of, like, I could do mindless writing. Like, I could do PR writing by sitting at a desk all day. I can actually do that because it's all totally mindless. But, like, creative writing writing like an essay or writing something that's you have to put in like your brain or your opinion or really be it's like something creative, you can't just do by sitting in front of a white wall all day. You need to like walk around, talk to people a little bit, get your brain running, you know? At my Fox job, like, I was always sitting around and like reading a book or something. Hamid is going to catch up on sleep because it's like almost 7 a.m. in Sweden, and he's still here with us. Good night, Hamid. Go get some sleep. And we're actually going to leave soon, too, because Hamid is leaving, so there's no point in sticking around. And I'm so annoyed at this live stream thing, like the way that this happened. I'm so annoyed at it. I'm just like, why? Why? I have to fix it. I have to make sure that this doesn't keep happening. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna write a book. I'm gonna write a book about how you can leave your day job. About how you can do everything that I did. But I won't do it now. I'll do it later, like when I become successful, and then I'll tell you how to do it. Because like I'm constantly asking other people, like how do you support yourself? Like I keep meeting like, I don't know, hustlers, people who support themselves. Like Ford Fisher is one of them. Ford Fisher is a journalist, and he totally runs everything on his own, and he actually uses Patreon. Patreon's a good one. My Patreon is, I have to fix up my Patreon. Like whoever's on my Patreon right now is like an angel, because you're not getting anything in return. You're literally just on Patreon. You're literally just on a very, very poorly managed Patreon. So I gotta fix it. Sorry, whoever wanted me to fix that. Okay, guys. Alright, guys. Love everybody. Love your Brady. See you all tomorrow night. Sweet dreams. Alright, take care, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And we're done. What else do you want me to talk about? I don't have anything to talk about tonight, guys. Like, if I go on a safari, if you pay me to like go to Africa and go on a safari, I could go on it, and every day I would like tell you what I saw. Be like, today I went like in the mountains, and I was just totally like, I was talking to this African guy, and he was telling me about, you know, what his life in his village is like. And then or like today I went to Ghana, and I got to hang out with some of the people there. I don't know. Felix says they would eat my eyeballs. Why would anyone eat my eyeballs? They're so, I'm just so nice, you know? Why would anyone want to eat my eyeballs? I'm so nice. Actually, people don't like nice people. Like, in fact, if you're, like, too nice, people don't trust you. People don't trust nice people. That's what I learned. People don't trust me because I'm nice to them. The meaner you are, the better people trust you, because they're like, oh, yeah, she's being herself. They don't believe that you're really nice. You know what I mean? Like, they don't believe that deep down you're nice. Nobody believes it. Everyone thinks that you're, like, putting up a front for them. So if you just straight up come forward and just try to be your rudest version of yourself possible, that will be pretty well received actually. I think it's true. People will take it like a real thing because, and then also it doesn't feel like a letdown to them, like you're mean up front. This is something that keeps happening with like dating also. Dating, like if you Chino says shoe bobs and vagine. What's shoe bobs and vagine? Is that like boobs and vagina? Am I gonna get demonetized for saying that? Yeah, basically this is a thing that keeps happening with like men and women. So like girls will date a guy and the guy will be so nice and he'll be like, I mean, not even dating, but like they'll hook up, right? The guy will be so nice and like the girl, since he's being so nice, the girl will think like, oh, okay, he's gonna marry me. So like the guy will be super nice and the girl will be like, oh, he's totally marrying me. And like they'll hook up or whatever and the guy will be like, okay, bye. And she'll be like, what? You're not marrying me? You have commitment issues. You have commitment problems. How could you? You tricked me. And it's like, did he really trick you though? Like, did he ever tell you in any way that he plans to be long-term with you or he plans to marry you? Like, did he really? No, yeah, but he implied it. It's like, what? No, he implied it by being nice. You see what happens when you're nice, okay? Or with men, okay? Men will date a girl, and then the girl will be nice, okay? And men will, or not even date, not even, with men it's worse, okay? With men, and maybe I'm just saying that because I'm biased, because I'm a girl. With men, it's like, with men, like, I'll have a guy friend, and by the way, this happens an insane amount of times. Not my guy friends. It doesn't happen with my guy friends. It happens with acquaintances. It happened with so many guys where it's like you're nice to a guy and they think that you're gonna sleep with them. Or they think that you're like dating them or hooking up with them or like in a romantic way. And you're just like, no. I was just being nice. But they see it, like when they find out that you're not actually going to sleep with them, even if you very, very straightforward said it, as long as you're still nice when you say it, like, oh no, like, I'm not actually going to sleep with you, or like, I don't really, I'm not really dating right now, or, as long as they see you being nice while you're saying it, they will take it as like, she doesn't really mean it. So they won't take it as rejection. And then when they find out that you actually mean it, like that you actually meant it, they will like be furious. They'll be like, how dare you lead me on and how dare you trick me? And it's like, no, I wasn't tricking you. I literally told you that I'm not dating you in any way. They don't get that. So you always have to be mean. You always have to be mean up front. You have to be mean to girls. You have to be mean to guys. You have to be mean to girls straight up front so they don't assume that you want to marry them. Okay? You have to be and then if you do decide that you want to marry them later, then you can. Like, you always have the option of doing that later. You always have the option of becoming nice later, and in fact, that becomes a pleasant surprise for them. That's like wow, like that's not expected, but then you do it and they're like, oh wow, there's so much more to you, okay? Be mean first, be nice later, okay? Girls, be mean to men, and then you can be nice later. It's so much more exciting later when they're like, oh, she actually will sleep with me, even though I didn't think she would, okay? Right? Personally, I've done. Ben is asking what my sign is. My sign is Cancer. Jesus says, I used to be nice, but can't be nice with modern feminist liberal women. They won't respect you. Feminism made Western women crazy. Okay, so here's the thing. In my experience, I've had the best experience with men that I was mean to. Because they really don't have expectations. When you're mean to them, they're just like, okay. Like, they don't get mad at you because you're mean to them. And so they're like, they have no expectations from you. And then, as you become a little nicer to them, they're just like, oh wow, this is so great. Like, oh, this is great, you're so nice. They're not used to it. Alright. Oliver says, what is mean? It depends what your definition is. Mean is, really, not even objectively mean according to your standards. What do you see as mean? Basically, the meanest that you can be, not the meanest that somebody else can be, because it's not gonna be natural. It has to be, like, for me, being mean would be like, for me, being mean would be just not caring about people. Just being like, all right, I feel like doing this, and I feel like doing that, and right now I feel like yelling just because I feel like it, and I don't care who's sleeping right now. I don't care. I'll just be like, yeah. I don't know. That would be being mean. Like, yeah, screw this person, screw that person. I'm just gonna do whatever I want, and everyone else can F off. And no, I'm being kind of nice right now, but I can be really mean, and the thing is that I can be really mean, and like, if I say something, I really mean it, but because I'm like so nice, guys will take it, and when I say I'm so nice, I mean in real life, like, I'm so like, I try to be like polite and whatever. So guys will take it like, she doesn't really mean that. She doesn't really mean that she doesn't want to sleep with me. But then they realize that, oh yeah, I did mean that. And then when I do act a little more firm, a little tougher, a little meaner, they'll freak out. Okay. So for me, I'm actually trying to be a little meaner. I'm trying to be meaner. I don't want to be this. I don't want people to have expectations for me. Like, dude, I'm not going to do anything for you. Just because I look like it, just because I look like I will, I'm not going to do anything for you. So don't be excited. Exxon says men don't like mind games. Yeah, they're not trusting. A lot of people just don't trust, they don't trust you. If they see you being nice, they don't trust you. So just be mean. Be blunt, you don't like something about someone, just be like, your face is ugly, everything about you is ugly, and you suck. Bye. So, yeah. Personally, the truth is, I don't like mean people. And if a guy is mean, I've never stayed with a mean guy. I've never stuck around with a mean guy. Personally, I have never stuck around with a mean guy. And, it's like not even turn on. Like, I've actually dated people that I thought were like amazing and like, there's this one guy that I was like, everything about him, like, I was so into him, but just the fact that he was kind of rude, and not that I'm judgy or anything, but it's like, in my mind, it, like, the switch turned off. Like, I like, suddenly wasn't so into him anymore. Because I just didn't feel like, you know, you need to feel safe and comfortable in the other person's presence, you know? And if you don't feel like that, then, you know, you don't feel, you know, I don't know. So it really does depend on the person. You guys are right. It really does depend on the person, but in general, from my experience, being mean up front has always been a better, it's like a better choice idea. And not mean, just don't be too mean. Just be like meaner than your normal self. Okay. Jesus says, I bet he was a blonde. I have dated a lot of blonde people. It's kind of embarrassing. Chino says nothing is universal. We can only generalize. Okay. Alright, everybody. Have a wonderful evening, and I'm going to try and figure out why my live streams aren't showing the title in them. I'm going to try and figure that out. Anyway, in the meantime, like this video, subscribe if you haven't. I'm sure you've already subscribed. Okay, and see you all tomorrow night. Take care.